Hey everyone, back with the Fiat 500 again. So if you have a Fiat 500 and a Abarth or anything like that, and you have at the rear, you have a slight knock or a rattle at the back, have a look at your shocks. So if you have a look at this one, you can see the boot is pretty much done on this. I can move the entire thing like that. It should not do that at all. That should be solid and stiff. That will be what's contributing to the knock on the rear of yours. So to remove that or replace them, there's one bolt at the top here, one at the bottom just there, and you just need to take the wheel off, jack it up slightly so you can get the wheel off. You should be able to access these two. So like the brake disc, this shouldn't be as difficult, long as the bolts come off without any sort of hassle from there. But yeah, two bolts off, brand new shocks should go in, and you should be good to go. Okay, so here's a quick look at the old one we got at the car. So as you can see, that is pretty much tired up there. That should have been on the inside, and as you can see, it no longer fits in there, super loose. That is what's contributing to your knock or your rattle on your car. It should very much look like that. Should be tight and good. So again, we've checked the holes, just checked that they all fit. Everything seems to be the same size. So what you're going to need is the bottom one, which is this one here, is a little bit harder to get to if you're using a rattle gun. You need a long reach 20mm socket with the ratchet, and then you should be able to start it up and get it going. Once it's loose enough, you can then use the rattle gun to just take it out completely. But the top one is a 15, and that you can just access easily with the rattle gun from the top, or ratchet, if you don't have access to one. But again, it's not too hard to get it out. A couple of minutes job to get it out, and then just put it back in again. So when you put it in, you'll have to start one of the bolts, and then obviously either jack the car up. Now, because the rear end of this car is quite stiff, you probably have to slightly extend this out. Now obviously we've kept the strap in to keep it compressed, but you'd probably need to extend it slightly to fit it into the hole. But yeah, it shouldn't be a difficult job. Good luck, guys. So there you go, shock is in. So it wasn't too difficult of a job. Put the top one in first, because it gives you a little bit more leverage to wiggle the bottom one, and then all you have to do is then jack the car up until it meets the it lines itself, sorry. But again, you probably have to move this into position, because it will move or compress if it gets stuck. So just make sure it's seated correctly, jack the car up until it aligns, get the bolt threaded through, and then you can torque it all down. So the torque for this, it's 85 Newton meters for the bottom one and 80 Newton meters for the top one. Good luck, guys.